Let's give it up for Loic Ricci, Chief Operation Officer at Hearst. Come on, everybody, you can do better. Let's give it up. Thank you. Yay, that's the spirit. It's a tough hour, so please be kind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me. And so I'm glad to talk about sustainability. So it's been already our talk. We had a round of talk regarding legal and now it's sustainability. So you might wonder, well, it's going to be a bit heavy. No, you stayed and I will show you how we're going to make more money with sustainability, right? That's exactly what I will propose now. Sounds interesting? Anyone? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So maybe the first slide, I will change myself. There we go. So the objective today is to talk about the future of our industry and how sustainability can basically reshape the industry. Before we talk about the future, I would like to point out, okay, what is our industry, right? Started 70 years ago, was basic computing, and we had a long road until then. Started with Alan Turing and the Enigma, and we went through the computers that we know today, Steve Jobs, Gates, and now we are talking about blockchain and AI, right? It's been a long road. Why I'm mentioning that is we've been a long road in terms of hardware, but we've been a long road as well in terms of energy that we're using, right, for the infrastructure. And today, the amount of energy that you're using is tremendous. I have other data here. So basically, it's data from McKinsey. We haven't done the research ourselves. Yeah. But what it's aimed to show, it's very simply that we're already using a huge amount of energy, right? It's just tremendous. And the thing is, because of, or thanks to ChatGPT, blockchain, Bitcoin, everything that we're using and we see the utility in real life, this is going to multiply by 4 over the course of 6-7 years. So there is no drama, right? It's just the way it will be, and there is a huge need of energy for that. So on the other side, we think about energy, okay, usage, okay, but there is objectives on the other side on the sustainability. We need to produce green, right? It has to be carbonless, it has to be decarbonized, etc. So it's not only having one challenge of saying, hey, we need to power all those computation that we need. There is another challenge that is, hey, we need to decarbonize everything. And I don't know if you follow me here, but in my opinion, sustainability and performance or benefits and everything, it can be a bit challenging, right? Sometimes just sustainability can be perceived as a constraint for businesses, right? We need to comply, we need to decarbonize, etc. But most of the time it can push toward a friction from an economical standpoint. Well, what I would like to present today is a vision that we have at Hearst and with our partner, where we can mix sustainability deeply with performance and economy, fulfilling the need of energy that we have today. So it's not pure magic, right? It's not like we have a secret formula, but what we are investigating today and we believe will tremendously help our industry to turn and to shift towards sustainability is the following. Carbon credit. All right. So in a nutshell, what is carbon credit? It's just a simple way for companies that are using a lot of clean energy to claim in the market and saying, hey, we're using this clean energy. Anyone would like to buy our decarbonized or our excess of clean energy, or let's say claim it. And so it basically creates a market. This market today exists. It's already a huge market, right? We're talking about thousands of billions of dollars. Which represent the carbon credit market. But it's a bit a shady market. It's not liquid. It's deals that are made between good players and bad players from an environmental standpoint, right? They buy each other the carbon credit that ones have created for another that is just polluting more. So it's already a huge business, and it's happening. And the forecast that a recent report early this year have generated is that just this industry, this market is just gonna explode by a factor of 5, 6, 7, because there is the threshold in 2050 where most of the countries will have to fulfill their, let's say, commitment to decarbonize their industries. And the polluters won't have any choice than to buy carbon credits to make their balance sheet from a carbon standpoint look good, right? So it's basically just a market that's going to exploit and is right here. The problem and needs to be solved is that this market is not liquid, right? It's shady. We don't know. It's business, etc. So today on our side at Hearst, we're working on a concept which is not new, right? But it's still very immature, which is the tokenization of carbon credit. So it's the possibility, and I know that there is some Bitcoin miner here, is the possibility basically to mint a carbon credit every time you mine an amount of Bitcoin, right? And if you think about it, it's just an extra revenue that you generate into your profit and loss. So yeah, before I go to a tangible case on Bitcoin mining and what would be the impact of green energy, I would just want to pause and say, okay, what we are saying. We're saying that there is a huge amount of energy that will have to be created, right? Some investment will have to go through this infrastructure creation. What I'm just saying is, thanks to this approach, thanks to a very liquid market of carbon credit, basically when it comes to deciding what infrastructure you need to put in place, you will add into your P&L the revenues for carbon credit. So when it comes to gas, when it comes to solar, when it comes to hydro, then you will have to include carbon credit as well in there to make your mind, right? So it's a very rational choice of going sustainability rather than going, let's say, other ways that could be more carbon friendly. So I'm just gonna conclude on a very simple case, right, for Bitcoin mining. So that is what we're doing at Hearst. We are specialized in innovation around everything computing. We call it neo-computing, AI computing, or Bitcoin mining and other cryptocurrency mining. This is our software that we have developed. What I want to show with this slide, and it's not very visible there on the right side, but these are the figures. If tomorrow you plug this on space with the latest miners from Bitmain, and you are looking at the P&L, right? Your how much revenue you make for two scenarios, right? An initial one and carbon credit. It's extremely simple, but it's visual. You will increase the revenue, obviously, because every time you mine Bitcoins, every time you mine Bitcoin, you will mint some carbon credit. So instead of having just a revenue from mining, what you will have instead is a revenue from carbon credit, right? Because it's liquid, it's on the market, you can resell it, people are demanding, companies are asking for it, right? To clean a bit, to green their balance sheet. And therefore you still have your OPEX, and so you see that you can multiply by 50, 60% your revenue. So that is real figures, right? It's not makeup. We're working on a proof of concept with partner that is tangible. We have assessed the amount of carbon that we can generate with this kind of equipment. That is real figures, and I would say pessimistic one. So again, I will stop here because it's one of the first time I really see, let's say, a use case where sustainability means economical performance, where we can already say, yeah, okay, we have a real way forward to propose and decide to go more sustainable rather than going the old way. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for what I had to say. Let's make some dollars. I want to conclude because for the Bitcoin miners and anyone in this industry, the total OPEX represent mostly the energy consumption, right? And so I also want to highlight, and that's a competition in Bitcoin mining, you know, you will survive if you have the low cost of electricity. But if you had another layer of revenue, basically at the end of the day, you make your OPEX disappear for the same amount of revenue from Bitcoin. Meaning that you will have to go green. If not, then you will, the other one will have to unplug earlier. So that's a very, I think, you know, a lot of hope in this approach. And yeah, we have a good reason to go green. Thank you. So if you, yeah, any question? No. Yeah, just if anyone have a question. Yeah. Mini miners? Ah, do you mean the home miner to find one Bitcoin if they are not connected to the pool? Well, they are zero. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very small chance. In my opinion, there is more chances that your home miner will disappear, you know, than you mine one Bitcoin even after 10 years. But yeah, if you invest 900, yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. So at the end, at the moment, we will have to have an operational or manual actions, right? People will have to go on site, check on the papers, or you will register on the platform explaining that your site, you know, you will connect the data to the pool, you know, and at the moment there is a validation a bit the same way you do a KYC. then what's going to happen is you're going to be eligible to mint some carbon credit, right? That's the way. So this platform is being built. It already exists, right? There are solutions, but there is no unified way. It's still a bit shady market, but our beliefs and the one of our partner is in the future things will get standardized and there will be a clear path, right, for emission of this carbon credit with the impact I've shown on the profit and loss. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Loic.